Well, welcome everyone to my channel. I'm Leanne. I'm your host, and for this we're doing July TBR with Haru. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Haru. So for your lovely information, we have actually started putting whatever color this is you want to call it into the jar because it looks purple to me, but it could also be blue. We're adding that in there. So we have a lot of colors. Now for this, I wanted to do a little information slide. I do not remember how many white pieces I had in the very beginning of all this back in 4, but I have a little list here of what's in the jar now for colors. So clarifications, okay, before we start my TBR drawing. So there are 79 of these white pieces, okay? 79 original books that I put in here. So that's not all of the series that I already had, you know, the second book on, whatever I've already owned before, made before. That includes just the first book in every first book or series and all the other books that I have up here. So that's where I'm at with that. 79. Okay. I have 5 orange, 6 yellow, 16 green, 19 pink, and currently 6 purple. Now I know I have it somewhere. I just okay. So the last time I counted these, don't know when I did it, but I had 85 white, 10 orange, 10 yellow, 19 green, and I was just starting at pink. So that's where we're at in that. We have to get the orange down before the whatever you want to call this color is officially put in, all of it, because then I'll be able to start drawing those, but I'll also have to go back to start using the orange again. Orange will go back up, but to do that we need all the orange done, which we may have to, if we don't get them all done, we'll have to sit there and do a TBR with the rest of the orange, but we may not have to worry about it. So we're not going to worry about it until we need to worry about it, but I don't think we need to worry about it. I'm going to get rid of that because that frightens me up too much. So we're going to do our customary first draw. This white piece, this white one. Saint by Ted Decker. Not Decker. So this is Saint by Ted Decker. The name we call you Saint. The name ignited a light in Carl's mind. Saint. He'd been covetedly recruited for Black Ops and given his life to the most brutal kind of training any man or woman could adore. He was here because he belonged to the X group. An assassin, the most effective killer in the world, and yet Carl struggles to retain fleeting memories that betray an even more ominous reality. He's been told part of the truth, but what's the rest? Invasive techniques have stripped him of his identity, and made him someone new. For this, he is grateful. But there are some things they can't take from him. The love of a woman, unbroken loyalties to his past, and the need for survival. From the deep woods of Hungary to the streets of New York, Saint takes you on a journey of betrayal in a world of government cover-ups, political intrigue, and one man's search for the truth. In the end, that truth will be his undoing. So that's Saint. The reason why I bought this book is for one reason only. And that is simply because it reminded me of the Boondock Saints. The Boondock Saints, okay? That movies, which I like. Can't help it. Girl likes what girl likes, okay? Saint is the first one on my TBR, and I don't believe this will have an audible, but like we don't know. We're going to eventually draw or eventually look it up on my phone what's an audible and what's not. That way we can have our at least 7 to 8 books per month for this TBR. Okay. Now we got to go for an orange. Well, that's the first orange I saw down in here. So we're going for this orange. What is it? Nobody knows. Blood Dreams by K. Hopper. This is another Special Crimes Unit. Bishop. Blood Dreams is a Bishop Special Crimes Unit novel, but not from the same series as Chill of Fear, the one I devoured beyond devouring. Now I can show you the cover. Blood Dreams by K. Hopper. Now, ask me whether or not I know this is part of the beginning of a series. It looks like it is, but I don't know. The Bishop trilogies I don't have. Because Chill of Fear is not the first one. That was actually the second one in Hunting. No, it is the first. Okay, so this is actually the first book in the series. Because I have Blood Sins next. For the Chill of Fear when it was Hunting Fear and Sleeping with Fear. Which I don't have either of those. But, there you go. Okay, so. Danny Justice knows all about monsters. They haunt her dreams and her life. But she never expected to find herself on the trail of a real flesh and blood predator so cunning he's eluded the best law enforcement could send against him. So deadly, he doesn't hesitate to kill even a senator's daughter or a cop. Danny doesn't want to hunt this killer, but she doesn't have a choice. She alone commands a weapon powerful enough to stop him, and she knows something even Bishop of the FBI's Special Crimes Unit doesn't know. Danny knows how the hunt ends. It ends in fire, in blood, and death. What she doesn't know is who will survive. Interesting. I can't wait to dig my fingers in, and I hope it's just as devourable as Chill of Fear was, because that was just devoured by me. Okay? Okay. That's 2 books. As is customary, we're going to go back to why. What? It's a manga. I seem to be drawing mangas lately. Draw manga last month, and I think the month before that too. Oracle of Seasons, Legend of Zelda by Akira Himekawa, or Himekawa Akira. Oh, this is a Legend of Zelda. Bum 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 bum. He actually talks in the manga, by the way. If you didn't know, he does. In a small village in Hyrule, a boy named Link has the mark of the Triforce on his left hand. It is a mark of destiny that leads Link on a fantastic adventure. Transported to the land of Holodrum, Link meets Din, the Oracle of Seasons. When a plot to steal the seasons from Holodrum unfolds, Link must battle the evil general on Oct to save Holodrum and his friends from a terrible fate. Sorry, it's done in a weird text. Made it a little hard. I got this book from a store called Borders when that place existed. Don't anymore. At least not many places exist for that. So, the next one in my TBR. It's the third time I'm trying a manga. Okay. Now we go to a yellow. There's one obvious yellow. Okay, we'll take this yellow. Obvious. Real to low, fantasy to high. What wants me to do? I wonder if it has an audible. I hear it's like replacing it into the Cosmere. Mistborn. The Mistborn series. I don't know why it says Mistborn on here. It's actually called The Final Empire. And yeah. We're starting a Brandon Sanderson, which is interesting to me. I've been wanting to get into Brandon Sanderson, so I guess this is part. Another freaking series. Well, I mean, at least I continue technically a series with Blood Frames, even though it's a first of its own little series. It's still technically part of the Bishop's Crimes unit. So I'll have one more of those before I'll start purchasing books within that scope. But then there's also Brandon Sanderson, The Final Empire, Mistborn, first one that gets into the series and the whole of what the series. So much. It is a lot. I've got so many series that I've got started. You guys don't understand how many series I've got started. Okay. 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 So now we're going back to white to get the 5th book. So many books. Hope it's a standalone, long in it. Hi, Kiki. Yes, I know there's stuff in your way. Deal with it. Okay. So, this is the book I pulled, okay? The Dragon King's Palace by Laura Roland. I don't know if this is a standalone or not. Let me Google that real quick, okay? Oh. Okay. Okay. This is an 18-book series. And this is book number 8. 18-book series, and this is book number 8. I'm hoping that I don't need to read the other books to enjoy this one. And if I do enjoy it, I may go back and start buying the rest of it. Maybe. Maybe. We'll put that in the maybe pile for that. So, here it is. On a whim of the Shogun's mother, a procession has left the sweltering heat of Edo, bound for the cooler climate of Mount Fuji. Among her traveling companions are Reika, beautiful wife of Sano Ichiro, the Shogun's most honorable investigator, Reiko's friend, Midori, 9 months pregnant, and Lady Yanagisawa, the deranged wife of the Shogun's most powerful second in command. None of them looks forward to the trip, but the troubles have only begun when their procession is stopped suddenly on a deserted road. The entire retinue is viciously slaughtered, and the 4 women are bound and taken away. Sano now finds himself faced with the most important case of his career. The Shogun demands quick action, and under the threat of death, Sano is forced to work with his bitter enemies. The delivery of a ransom note only complicates matters, forcing both Sano and Reika to take desperate Mesh. Think James Clavell meets Raymond Chandler. Okay. So that is what this book is about. I mean, it sounds awesome, and the Dragon King's Palace is like an awesome title. Oh, we'll see what it has in store for me. And if I like it, I might go back and start reading the rest of the series. But the series title for it is Sanoi Ichiro, a similar and private investigator for the Shogun in the 1600s in Edo, Japan. And that's basically what it's all about, is being an investigator. So I don't think none of the stories are connected, and you can probably read them all as standalones. So that's mainly what I'm going to do. Now, I haven't picked no yellow, green, or pink. We need to find out which one of these that I've picked so far have an Audible I can access and listen to. For those who might want to know, I am 62% into the book, 13 hours, 18 minutes, and 36 seconds into it, and I have 8 hours, 4 minutes, and 12 seconds left. And if I have enough time, I might just listen to a dramatized version. We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to search. So right off the bat, Paradise novel? So it is part of a series? Oh no. It's number 2 out of a 3-book series. Okay, so I did not know that. Saint here is part of a series. I didn't know. Okay. So it's part of the Paradise novel series, which is part of the Books of History Chronicles. Oh my god. What is up with this? The Book of Morals has 3. The Lost Books has 6. The Circle has 4. And this one has 3. So this is book number 2. Book number 1 is called Showdown. Book number 3 is called Sinner. So Saint is the middle one. But I'm still going to read it because it's here and I own it. So why not? And the cool thing about it is it's not Audible. So there's our first Audible, which means we can grab a green. Which green? That green? No, this green. This book will be in my book haul, I believe, in July. I don't know when I'm posting it, but there will be a book haul posted in July this month for the TBR. But this is Wither's Reign. It's a Wendy Ward novel, and it's by J.G. Passarella, or John Passarella, as it says here. He's not called J.G. in this, but John Passarella. It is the second book in the novel, which means I'll have to buy the third one if I enjoy this one. Because they can be considered standalones as well, but they're part of the same universe with Wendy. So if I don't like it, I might not go for the third book. We'll see. This is actually thicker than the original. Once they were strangers bound by their fears of a demonic entity called Elizabeth Wither. They saw her come to life on Halloween in the historic college town of Wynndale, Massachusetts. They saw their dark dreams come true by the terror she wrought. They watched her crushing death in tons of falling stone. But Wither is gone and the nightmares are over. Why do they wake up screaming? Wendy Ward, a college student with a gift for white magic, can sense that the town of Wynndale is in for a dramatic change in weather. There's a new chill in the air. It's whispered in the warnings of an old woman. It's hidden in the corrupting legacy of a newborn baby. It's waiting in an ancient evil impatient for a human host, and is being carried in the creeping flow of black blood. Wither's Reign. So, this is the second book in the series. When it rains, it pours. Okay, so the new witches of Wynndale stand warm. Wendy Ward, a Wynndale co-ed cascaded as the little witch girl who played with Wiccan ritual and summoned a dreadful past. The extent of Wendy's powers are unknown, even to her, until she's forced to confront a rebirth of evil that threatens world destruction. Karen Glazer, a former Danville College professor who thinks that the horror is behind her. Her darling new baby Hannah harbors strange powers that are drawing them both back into Wendell's past in the grip of fear. Abby McNeil, 9 years old, yet old enough to remember the blood sisters who invaded her innocence and the monsters who lived outside her dreams. Gina Thorne, a teenager whose life is just beginning, and so are the nightmares. The sound of a baby crying serves only as a grim reminder of a terrible choice she made. But things will change. She can feel it night after night, overtaking her warm, sleeping body. So now there's a fourth one? For Emma Faith Passarello, who came into our lives just when we needed her. Someone named Joe Gemi convinced John that Wendy's story wasn't over. And so that's why this is here. Yay. 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 Okay. Let's see if the next one on my list is there. Okay. So there is what it looks like No Blood Dreams. It's okay. That's okay. This will probably have one. Boom! And I knew it immediately. Oh my god, this one's so long. Why is it so long? Not even Fourth Wing was this long. Fourth Wing is 21 hours. The unabridged, not dramatized one. This is dramatized, it's probably longer. But this is unabridged. Brandon Sanderson's The Final Empire from Mistborn, and it's 24 hours long. Almost 25. I don't think I will be able to read any more. Even though Saint is only 8 hours. Well, almost 9, but ew. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. Those will be my only 2 books for that. But that is a good thing. That means that I can draw one more book, and I'm hoping it's not heavy hitting because we've already got 3 thick books for a slim book. A slim book and the pink book. I should do the white, but we've already got 3 white and orange, yellow, and green. We don't have a pink, and I am allowed to pull the pink now. So let's pull the pink. This one. This pink one. This pink one. With another chubby one. This is it. Flame Caster by Cinda Williams Chima. The Shutter Realms model. Which would make it another start. Another series. Why can't I pull ones to help me end a series? Not start a series. Okay. That's just and it's a fantasy. And it's also a new effort, so I don't know what I told what I can say. This is not looking good for my July TBR. Flame is also a recently acquired book, just like Mistborn and Wither's Reign. Those are all newly purchased books. This is my July attempt. These are the books that are in the pursuit of happiness. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. It seems to be my average of 7 books per month mainly. I'm actually quite happy. I'm doing 7 since I've started doing Audible. It makes it a lot easier to get more because I was hoping for 60 books this year because that's how many I read last year, and according to some I'm 10 books ahead, according to others I'm 7 books ahead. That's only because of DNF books. We're gonna count 10 because DNFs count. I don't care. They count. They're always going to count. I don't care what you say. They're counting. Okay. So, this is my read for this month of July. So, if you think I deserve a like, comment, or even your lovely subscription, drop it down below. I will see you next illusion.